Today is the day we celebrate our patron saint. I'm standing here, I'm in Drammin village. Behind me is a 200-year-old church. Just further behind in the graveyard is the ruins of a 600-year-old church building. But there has actually been a monastic settlement here dating right back 1,500 years. Now, the church behind me, for me, is a symbol of where the church is in Ireland today. Beautiful old building, but it's under reconstruction, it's under repair. Why? Because something fresh needs to happen if the church is to continue and to serve the function for which it was constructed. Now, today is St. Patrick's Day and it's raining. Now, that's not a surprise. You know, if you had said to me a few months ago, hey Nick, it'll be raining on St. Patrick's Day, I wouldn't have been surprised by that. But I'd say everything else about this St. Patrick's Day today is surprising. It's surprising that there's no parades. It's surprising that pubs are closed. It's surprising that people are locking themselves in their homes. It's surprising that we have no idea what's going to happen next. And that's why I believe that we need to reflect on what St. Patrick's Day is all about. You know, the President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, released a Patrick's Day message in which he said the entire community should copy the values that St. Patrick embodied. And they were fine-sounding values that he spoke about, with one problem: never mention Jesus Christ and never mention God. And yet Patrick's whole purpose for coming to Ireland, the overriding passion, the overriding value that brought him here, was sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's what the day is all about. But you know what? I'm not here to moan and whinge about the president or politicians or anything else. They're doing the best they can with the knowledge they have and the understanding they have. But I'm really here to say it's time for us as the Church of Jesus Christ to step up and embody the values that Patrick lived for. You see, at the time, whenever Patrick began his mission to Ireland, the Roman Empire was falling apart. I mean, it was currency had become worthless. The barbarians were coming in. People thought the end of the world had come. Some people, they were just sitting at home and holding hands and waiting for the end of the world. I have to say, when I see how some people are responding in fear during the coronavirus crisis, that sounds almost familiar. But you know what? Patrick said this might be the end of the world. He said, but if it's the end of the world, then I've got to spend it telling people about Jesus. And the Romans believed that Ireland was the most westerly point of the world. They actually believed that if you sailed westward beyond Ireland, you would literally fall off the edge of the world. And Patrick knew that the Bible said that this gospel will be preached to all nations, and then the end will come. And he said, well, there's a nation there that hasn't yet received the gospel, so I've got to go there before the end comes. So if things are bad, if things are looking like the end of the world, then I've got to go and preach the gospel to those who haven't heard it. And that's got to be the response of the church in Ireland today. You know what? Things are rough at the moment. We don't quite know where things are going, how long this is all going to last. So it's time for us to fulfill our missionary calling from God and to concentrate on sharing the good word of Jesus with as many people as possible. Today we're celebrating it as a National Day of Prayer. People, instead of being able to gather in churches, are having to gather in their homes and pray in their homes all over the country instead. And I want to encourage you today, as you're praying for our beautiful nation today on St. Patrick's Day, yes, embody the values that Patrick embodied. Embody those values of passion for the gospel and love for Jesus Christ today. God bless you.